Hello, I'm Dr. Sushmita Roy Chowdhury, Director Pulmonology of Fortis Hospital, Anandapur, Kolkata. Let's talk a little bit about things that we have been doing for a very long time and whether they are good or not. One of them is feeding pigeons. We all know that feeding pigeons has always been an integral part of our culture, and may it be movies, may it be open spaces like the Gateway of India, we find people feeding pigeons by the hordes, and it all seems right. Very few people don't know that the pigeons are not as innocent as they seem to be. Sometimes in a few individuals, the pigeons that have droppings, these droppings become dry and powdered, and with air over a period of time can continuously settling in their lungs cause significant damage. They can also cause a condition called Hypersensitivity Pneumonitis, which then changes to interstitial lung disease, which basically in simple terms means the lungs start getting fibrosed, the lungs become stiff, and people may need artificial oxygen to breathe. Sometimes this may become so much worse that the quality of life is limited to minimal movement, moving about with artificial oxygen all the time, and in order to save lives, sometimes lung transplant may have to be offered. So as urbanization has increased, we find that most high-rises have these pigeons breeding either outside your window or on the terrace, and you'll find some people who feed them on a daily basis. These are practices that must be stopped. These are practices that must be curtailed, because in your very building there will be a few people who will be affected quite badly by this. So talking a little bit about the treatment for hypersensitivity pneumonitis includes very strong immunosuppressives and steroids for a prolonged period, and as we said, oxygen may be required for a long time, and if the lungs are very badly damaged, lung transplant may be needed. As we all know that transplants like kidney transplant, cornea transplant are simple and easy transplants that happen on a daily basis. But lung transplant is not an easy task to do, because it includes very specific set of procedures, and it also includes a prolonged period of treatment after the transplant, and that is not possible in most centers. Thankfully, our hospital has recently started lung transplant after cardiac transplant, and we hope that we are able to serve those who really need it. However, it would be much easier to avoid getting to a state in a condition like hypersensitivity pneumonitis, which is due to continuous exposure to pigeon feathers in some patients of hypersensitivity pneumonitis. And if you are one of them, then please ensure that you avoid exposure to pigeon droppings. And if you live in a building that has hordes and hordes of pigeons, try and talk and see if you can minimize exposure, not just to your own family, but to many more families that live in your building. Stay healthy, stay safe.